Hi, I'm Landros and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for The Sims 3 that I have just started today. The LP that I'm doing today is actually going to be based on the store world that came out called Aurora Skies. Now for those of you who are new to my channel, I do quite a few LPs all based around The Sims 3. If you have not found your way to my main page on my YouTube channel, take a look. You'll see there's about 8 different episodes or series that are going on, some that are complete and most that are still going on even today. Now this new LP does not interfere with any of those others. They will still be continuing to go right on through just as scheduled. This is just the first of 3 new LPs that I'm going to be adding to my channel this week. So for those of you who are new, welcome along. I hope that you will enjoy it. I hope that you have fun watching this video and watching this entire series and will stick with me, possibly subscribe, and then begin to comment and let me get to know you a little bit as we go through this series. And then of course for all my friends who've been joining me for the last 4 months, thank you so much for taking another journey with me here through another series, and you know how it is. You know it's going to get crazy and it's going to be a lot of fun. So again, for everybody, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Okay, now having said that, we're going to go into the new town called Aurora Skies, and it comes in 2 editions. You've got the standard edition and you've got the gold edition. And basically what the differentiation is the venue that comes with the gold edition, which actually has a venue with 2 premium content items. It all centers around toddlers, and of course I had to have it, so I went ahead and got the gold version. It is pretty expensive. It's at $39 or 3,900 sim points, and that's actually on sale. I believe it goes to $43.50 after the sale ends. So if you're thinking about the town, I know it's a lot to actually throw out. It's a lot of money. But if you're interested in a new town and you like the premium content items that come with it, you'll just have to kind of weigh it out. Hopefully by watching through the LP, those of you who may be on the fence or not sure, it'll give you a good idea whether you want to do this or not, and maybe you can look for it either for a different day when it's on sale, because you know how they all do. They all end up going on sale at some point later in the future. Alright, so having said all that, let's go ahead and get started into the LP, and I'm going to read the introduction, which is something I didn't do in some of my other LPs because I forgot, but I didn't forget this time. So it says, breathtaking scenery and vast, unspoiled nature awaits at Aurora Skies. This quaint coastal town features the very best in harmonious living, spacious land in an eco-friendly community, majestic waterfalls that come to rest on the banks of a geothermal lake, and hot air balloons that allow you to soar through a multicolored night sky. It's the ultimate getaway for Sims searching for a change, searching for themselves, or searching for a piece of peace. What harmony will you find at Aurora Skies? Okay, sounds pretty good, and we're going to go ahead and get started into it. Now, I'm not going to make you sit through the entire loading screen, so I will actually cut out of here in just a moment, and then I'll come back when it's time to actually get into the town. But we're going to actually see a few things. I'm going to change a few things in the town. I'm not going to edit it like I would normally do, and I have done in my other towns. So when I come back, I'll show you all the changes that we're going to need to make, and we'll just take a look at what we got. Be back in just a second. Alright, so here we go, and I gotta say, I'm loving this loading screen right now. I haven't actually been in the world yet, and I was kind of on the fence with all the pictures that we saw, but looking at this, if it looks kind of like what I'm seeing right here, I'm very happy with what I just bought. But yeah, it's very amazing. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and stop this music real quick, so give me just a second because it kind of drowns me out sometimes. Maybe not. Sometimes I don't know if it's actually too loud or not, but I got to remember to put it back in. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into Edit Town, and I'm not going to do a whole lot with the town, but I want to take a look and see what we got. One of the things I want to see is what populated, because you know if you've got other expansion packs and stuff packs, a lot of things will auto-populate in the town. And I do have every stuff pack, I have every expansion pack, I have just about as much store content as I can hold. Actually I don't. I have a lot, but I don't have everything. But yeah, so far I don't see anything really that's standing out. Oh, okay, here's the Equestrian Center from Pets, and that is actually a 40 by 40 lot. So if you don't want to play with pets, you can take that out, and if you don't really use the Equestrian Center, that would give you a free lot right there. Alright, looking up here, let's see, none of this is actually something that got auto-populated. Alright. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, wait a minute. Varg's Tavern came with Supernatural, so yeah, it does auto-populate a few things. And it looks like this is backwards, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and just take that out. And we could put it back in if we want to, but I'm going to hold off because the main thing is really this is an Aurora Skies LP, and we will actually go into it and we'll start putting things in there as we need it. I'm not going to worry about the Equestrian Center because it doesn't actually cause us any interaction. But let me just keep my little bulldozer tool in handy here because I already see something else over here to the side. Mixed karaoke, which is fine. I could use it, but I think what we'll do is we'll just bring it into the LP later on. So we're just going to go ahead and take it out. I take it out usually because I hate the way it lines up, and so I normally have to go in and I have to create a lot that's actually around that size, and then it's okay. Alright, let's see. Everything else over here looks like it's new. Anything else up here? I don't see what that... Oh, wait a minute. I guess I got to get the picker here so I know what I'm looking at. Oh, there's a cafe. Okay. Oh, porta potty. Now, porta potty looks like it's in the wrong direction. But no, it's not. There's a street here. So I guess, you know, I guess it fits there and we can leave it there. I'm not really too concerned. We may or may not ever go to it. But I see the consignment store. I see the junkyard. And I see also we've got our consignment store. I do not see a fire station, though. That's what I was looking for. And we will need one. I don't know that we're going to have that job. But I don't see a fire station. I'm thinking maybe they have one already built. But I'm looking real quick and I do not see it. So if that's the case, we'll just have to pop ours down there. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's anything that we're going to have to worry about too much. So, alright, so I can kind of get an idea where things are. I'm looking and I'm trying to remember. You know I'm going to forget. For those of you new to me, I forget quickly. So, you know, it's pretty funny. Alright, so tell you what, we're going to go ahead. I'm not going to worry about putting in the fire station right now, but it looks like this lot right here, it's close enough it could fit, but we really need a 30 by 20 or either a 30 by 40. And there's a 30 by 20 right there. That would actually be perfect for it. So tell you what, while we're here and while we're thinking about it, let's just go ahead and let's make a fire station. And I don't do this, I mean I do this actually, I usually don't do this on camera, but you know, introductory videos are always the hardest, and especially for those of you who are new to me, it kind of gives you an idea to see what I do. But really this is going to be kind of different because I'm not doing it the way I did my other towns. Also, for those of you who are new to the channel, if you head out and look at some of the other videos, I only started making LPs about 4 months ago. That was in November of 2012. And it was pretty rough at first. I didn't know what I was doing. My quality wasn't up there as far as the video quality and whatnot. It took me a while. I learned it. I figured it out. And so it got better as it went along. So if you actually see some of those earlier episodes and they're just a little rough around the edges, I'm sorry. I was trying. I didn't know what I was doing. But I think I got it now. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm just saying I think I got it now. I understand how to get it to where it won't look so bad for you guys. So especially the high definition, I thought I was doing it right and I wasn't. But I like those videos, I like what I did, and I like the stories that I'm telling with those, so they're fun. Alright, this thing is taking a little while, so let me just go ahead and stop. I'm going to pause for just a minute and let it finish. Oh, no I'm not. It's already there. Okay. It kind of looks out of place though with this brick, so what I'll probably have to do is later go in and actually fix that. I'll accept it for now, but I don't really like it. Actually, no, I'm not going to accept it. If I don't like it now, I'm not going to like it later. So we'll worry about it and I'll figure out something later. Now, they don't have a festival lot in this town, so we're going to have to actually wait because I know that one of the sim gurus is going to actually create one. So there won't be a festival initially, but eventually there will be one and we'll add it into the town and we'll go from there. Alright, so what we're going to do is I could choose a household, or I'm going to go ahead and create one. So we're going to start off really quickly, and I've got my music turned off because when I go into create a sim, it's just ridiculous. It blows me out. You guys probably don't hear it so much, but I do. And I tried turning my headset down, but it just doesn't seem to work. So usually turning the music off is the best thing to do.
Suzel.
Okay. My LPs right now, I have got a lot of boys. I was very careful in the very beginning, and I did as much as I could to actually create a balance. But all of a sudden, with all the babies and whatnot that we had, we got very boy heavy. So I have to actually kind of counteract that because I do have another LP going, and it is going to have a guy in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change this LP up, and we're going to start with a girl. Because, you know, we got to keep things balanced. And I like to go into these pre-mades, but there's one that I've got. That's Gwendolyn from my Showtime series. I'm not going to use her. But there's one that I usually go to and I start making modifications on her. I wonder about this one. I don't ever use her. And there's probably a reason why.
Nazloke.
No, there's not. we could actually work with that. But this is the one I usually go with. She's kind of like the one to build on and go from there. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go with my normal, but I'm trying to do things a little differently. And yikes, it's always so hard to make these decisions. Okay, I know you guys are probably just screaming and saying, just pick one. Just pick one and be done with it. So you know what? Let's go with this one because I know that she'll work out. So let's go with this one, and then we're going to work on some of the basics. Okay, I'm going to change her name, and this LP has snuck up on me, so I really didn't think as much about it as I wanted to. But her name is going to be Roxie Carmichael. Where I got that name, I have no idea. It just came to me. So anyway, that's her name, and I'm going to go ahead and lower her down a little bit give her a little bit more of a tan. And of course, the body weight, give her a good start here. So if she decides to start eating quite a bit, yeah, then she can just deal with it there. And I'm going to keep her, as far as everything else, her sliders, we'll move up just a little bit, but not, no, that's a little bit too much right there. Okay. Alright, so anyway, we'll go ahead and start working with hair. And you're probably going to scream at me when you see what I'm going to do. But I'm going to look for some hair that I like, and I don't really play with the female characters to start with, so it's kind of like I have to struggle to find out something that I like. I did have that custom content hair, which I could use, but I'm not planning on using it in this LP. There was one that I really liked. I used it one time, and I never could figure out which one it was again. But I'm going to try to find it. I think... No, it's not that one. There's a lot of stuff from the store. That one's not too bad for me, but... Okay, there's some different ones that I haven't used before. I like that one, but I've used it a lot. I've used it a lot in my LPs, so I'm going to probably just pass on that one. That may be the one I used. I don't remember, but it looks more older for what I'm thinking. So we're going to just say no. And I know, you're screaming at me. It could have been this one that I used. I do like that one, and I think that's the one I used. So I'm going to go ahead and work with that. Well, we're going to change it up. And when I say changing colors, we're going to change colors, but don't panic. We're not going white. We're just going to start with white, and then we're going to build out from there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go to the main color, and I want to give her custom. She's going to get some pink hair today. You know, I never have pink-haired Sims, so you know, you got to do something a little different. That's the whole point. Okay, she ought to actually have this a little bit darker, and let's go over here. Okay, I don't like the white tips, so let's go into here. But she actually needed a little bit more contrast. Let's see, how bad is that going to do? If we lighten that up a little bit, maybe. Okay. I know, you're probably screaming at me saying, why would you do that? But you know, I think it's cute. I like it. Now, if you really wanted to see that hair, I could show you that hair. That's the custom content hair that came with Mod the Sims. The only reason I don't like it is because you see how it sticks out. It just doesn't work, so I never really use it. We're going to go back to what she had. Alright. So let's go over here into the looks, and let's see what we can do, because I want to change her up from this base game. No, I kind of liked her face different than that. That one just blows it up. No, that was bad. Alright, so really that's the one I like the most. So I just got to change her eyes, because her eyes make a big difference. Now I sometimes will go in and get the sliders and do all kinds of things, but being that it's the very first, it's an LP, I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time going through it. Yeah, I'm giving her the pink or purple eyes, just because I can. I don't have to, but I'm just going to do it. As far as the nose, I think her nose is actually the one that, no, I kind of like one a little bit more pronounced, but not that pronounced. It's not bad. Oh, that's horrible. Sometimes it's just funny to see what they got. I know you guys are screaming at me. That's why, like I said, I normally don't do this on camera, because it takes me way too long. Okay, I kind of like what she originally had. Actually, that's kind of cute. That doesn't look bad at all. And we're going to stick with the mouth and see what we can do. I like what she's got, but that just brings it down a little bit more. No. I know it's not a whole lot. It's not a huge difference, but it's just it's a very subtle difference. No, I don't like that one. I like that one better. Okay. No freckles, none of that. We're going to go ahead and go into makeup. And if it was Sweet Nightingale, I'd be having to scream, makeup! But I'm not doing that. I just did. I'm sorry. So I just lied. I normally don't lie. I try not to, at least. Okay, all right, let's see. Giving her something with her eyes here. I'm thinking, yeah, we need a little bit more, but I like it to be a little bit less pronounced. And, of course, eyeliner. Now, I don't wear makeup, so I don't have a clue, and I'm probably doing terrible things, and women all across the entire world watching this are just saying, what an idiot. And you should have every right to say that, because that's why I normally start with the guys. I know how to actually do that. Probably too dark. So I just want to bring that down. But I'm thinking she's looking pretty. I don't know about this. Let's see, she's got this one, but I kind of like it not to be as much. She kind of has a more natural look. And I know she still kind of looks like the same sim that I had from the bin, but she'll get there. Is that a little bit too much purple? Nah. Nah, that's okay. Alright, and of course no tattoos. If we're doing tattoos, I always have to do it in the game. Okay, now we get to go to the fun part, and we get to look at all the clothing. Fortunately, this is not an expansion pack, so we don't have to worry about that. But I have the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff, and I gotta tell you, I love it. I'm like all over that stuff nonstop. So we're gonna look at a few of these, because that's probably where I'm gonna head. This is what I'm using for one of my sims, but I'm not using that color, and I like that. I like that a lot. But I'm not using any of these down here. So let's take a look at these. Okay, that would be more of your 90s, which wouldn't be bad. Oh my. Let's see, yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. This one, I don't think so. But yeah, this would be definitely your 70s right here. But I'm loving that. So let me go ahead and find something to wear on the rest of this. Let's see. This came with the pack as well, and I think it matches for this one, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I've got so much store content that it's actually looking to load. I think that's kind of cute. I think it would look fine, and if we just change up the shoes just a little bit. Let's see, which shoes does she have? I think she's got these little sandals or something. They're down here at the bottom. Again, takes forever. Way, way, way too long for this thing to load. And I can never tell which one is selected. It could have been that one. Probably it was, and I just missed it. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to go back to these, because no, that's not what I want. I really like the one she had. I just wish they had the right color. And I could change that, so let's just change it. You know, if you can do it, do it. Okay, we just want to actually change up that color, make it a little bit more. Yeah, she's going way overboard on the pink and whatnot. I think that's the bottom, isn't it? You can't really tell. You really won't see it very much, but I want it to be a little bit more subtle than that. Okay, I think that'll be fine. Okay, let's look at formal wear. Always the fun stuff, and I don't, like I said, I don't normally do it. Now, since she's got more of that, that's kind of like the 80s style. Let's go ahead and take a look at what would be in the 70s style. This would be in the, I think this is, yeah, like a little pantsuit kind of thing. Come on and load up. Don't take forever. She's taking way too long because there's just too much to load. And, oh yeah, there's all the Katy Perry stuff. I could use the Katy Perry stuff because I never do. Oh, that's horrible. No, not that. That's not what I was talking about. But if we're going to do it, she's already wearing white. I do not like that stuff on her arms. Let's go ahead and look down. This is all formal, so let's see. Something that's going to complement her look. That doesn't. That's very purple and pink and whatnot. And it is the Katy Perry stuff, and it might be a time to use it. I never use it because I just think it's kind of over the top. But we could use it. But really, if she's going to wear something, I kind of like her to wear something. I think this is a little bit too much. Well, it's not terrible, but it's not really what I want for her. This is why I don't do this on camera, because it takes me way too long. I usually use this one because I love it, but I don't like these colors for her. So let's go down here. I kind of want to think, I kind of think there's something down here towards the store stuff. Wait, these are actually not too bad either. Which one do I like out of this one? It's that one. Okay, I can go with that one as long as I get rid of these gloves. It's one thing I forgot about this sim is that she wears those hideous gloves. Okay, and it's going to take forever. Let's see, come on. Yeah, see, it's still moving. It takes way too long. But, alright, where is the gloves? I think it's, if you put these on, then take them off, you're good. Okay, so she's going to wear that. That'll be fine. Now, of course, with the sleepwear, I could pick out something individually, but I love the...
Dip Toggy.
Oh, that's kind of nice. I like what she's wearing. I'm not even going to mess with it. That's pretty cool. Love when that happens. It doesn't happen often. And I'm still thinking to do something different with the hairstyle. I really don't know. I like what she's wearing for athletics, so she's going to keep it. It all matches her hair. She's designing everything around her hair. And again, I don't know if that's... As awful as it sounds, I'm keeping it. It's just too easy. I forgot that that's what she was wearing, and it all kind of matches. This I'm going to have to change. Now, we could go with, of course, the same stuff, the same style. But we could get a little different. Actually, I like this. Oh, I really like that. But let's go ahead and find something for her to wear. She's wearing those already, I believe. These are jeans. Oh, no, she's not going to wear those. Not a chance. You can think about it, but you're not wearing them. And she ought to wear something a little darker than that. Well.
Oh.
No, actually, I kind of like these more of all the other ones. That's from Diesel. And you're going to find out as I go through this thing, I get my little icons confused. I try my best, but it doesn't always work. She could go with these, but that's a little bit too much. Yeah, I don't think so.
Ooh.
If it was my guys, you know I'd be going after the baggy jeans. You know it, but I'm not. See, what about these right here? Okay, I mean, it's fine. It's okay. I just really think maybe those first ones were better. No, these are better. No, those are bad. Those are the ones that ripped. These came with the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and you know what? Let's just keep her in them. Alright, so there we go. We got something for her to wear, and if you hate it, don't worry. We're going to change it all up eventually anyway. Let's go ahead and change out all her traits. And let's get rid of all of these, because you never know. Alright, so looking at this, we're not really doing any adventures, so I'm not really going to care about any of that. As far as coming to this town, being an angler might be something, but I'm going to be using that in one of my other LPs, so I'm going to say no to that one. I wouldn't mind her being an artistic one, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it there for now, and if we decide, I might change it later. But I love charismatic because it really is a benefit, and she's going to have to go out and meet a lot of people in the town, so I'm going to go with that one for sure. As far as everything else, eco-friendly is a definite because this is what this town is all about. And let's see. I can make her friendly. I could. Alright, green thumb. Now, I don't have any Sims doing the gardening skill right now. But if I do that, she's not really going to be able to spend a lot of time doing other things. She's going to spend most of it gardening. Well, she wouldn't if we didn't grow a huge garden. So we could do that. We could have her be a green thumb. I may change it, may not. We'll just wait and look. Okay, the rest of it, loves the outdoors would be good. Because she's going to have to be outside for like the night sky and everything else. So I think that would be good. I normally make a natural cook, but you know, she can learn that. That's okay. And the rest of these, I'm just double checking to see what we got. If there's anything that I might want to actually pull out instead. And I don't see anything that's just jumping out at me because everything else we can kind of come up with on our own. Okay, have no idea what we're going to roll for her career wish and what she's going to want, but let's just see what we get. Alright, she wants to have the perfect garden. Grow 8 different species of perfect plants. That would be tough. Master the painting skill and master the guitar skill. That one I could actually enjoy doing because that one wouldn't take a whole lot from us and we could actually spend the time looking around the town. Fashion phenomenon, which we'd have to do the stylist. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing home design. Golden tongue and golden fingers would be charisma and guitar. I would rather do painting and guitar because maybe we can actually use the whatchamacallit, the art museum. I always like to randomize their favorites and see what they get, and so her favorites would be tofu dogs. Favorite music is Latin. Her color is pink, obviously. So let's take a look at the voice here.
Narzi Benuktal.
Chilaki, do you want
Wibsy, Bonica too.
Walzogi, Denja, Niskubuvi.
I'm going to leave that. That's fine. And then, of course, I always like to just randomize the sign. And so she, of course, is a Pisces. So I think we have her. Now, in most of my LPs, you're going to notice that I create families. And normally I create at least either a family or a couple, and I have the whole bit. Not this time. This time, we're going with one sim and one sim only. So we're going to spend our time with Roxie, and she's going to actually get to know as many people in the town as we can get her to know and see what we can come up with. Now, before we do anything, I needed to actually do one more thing, and I'm going to go ahead and go back into Edit Town because I forgot, and I would have been upset if I did. There's a venue that comes with the Gold Edition, and it's called the Tiny Prodigies Early Learning Center. It's a 40 by 40 lot, and so we need to find a place where we can put this thing. It'll go right here, which, let's see, I think that's pretty close to the town, and that looks like a school. Let's see, it could go over here where Vargs was, and that would be more in the subdivision area. That would be kind of easier for families to get to, or that's about it. So it's really your judgment call as to where you want to place this thing. I wish it would have gotten auto-placed, but it didn't. So, because I was looking for it. So I think I'm going to go right over here in this spot. And I'm going to place it in there and see what we come up with. I'm sorry. My cat just jumped up in my hands and bumped into the microphone. So anyway, too funny. All right. And it takes a while, but let's see what we got. Obviously, this would be the back because that's all the equipment. So really cool. I love the colors, and I love the entire color of the world. I think it's going to be a pretty place to play in. All right. Yeah, that's impressive work that they did. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that in. That's fine. And let's go back to our setup. Now we got to find a place for good old Roxie to live. No telling where she's going to go. All right, so we actually already created her. Here she is. And let's find out where she can go. Well, obviously, I don't think there's anything much back here that we could get into. I didn't see anything but just a couple of houses. They didn't look cheap. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little house right here, which is 16.3. We've only got 16,500. This is the auspicious accommodations. Want the city but miss the country. Live in between. Just a short drive to anything you would ever want or need. Okay, well, it sounds good. Let's go take a look at it. This is the best time because you can go look at these houses before you buy. There's mods that'll let you do that as well. But, okay. Load up because I know you got color. And I'm looking at it all right now and I'm thinking it's cute and it would definitely serve. And we could do this. It's got a TV, it's got a bookcase, it's got a pretty decent sized rooms for everything. As far as expansion space, I don't know that it has much, but we could always go up or go down. It's not on a foundation, so a basement would be very easy to create. But remember, we actually want to do something with a garden. So looking at it, it does have some land. It's on a 20 by 20 lot, which isn't much. So I'm going to go ahead and look at something else, but it is passable. This one is for $16,004. This would take up every bit of our money. So let's go see what this amazing and expensive little starter home is offering. I didn't read the instruction or the whatchamacallit, the intro. Okay, it's a little red house. Okay, looking at this one, of course it's going to take a minute to load up as well. It's a nice big bathroom over there. The bedroom is kind of average size. It's not really small, it's not really large. The kitchen looks pretty much like the other one. Basically you're getting the same thing. I think you're just getting more lot size. And this one's on a foundation, so building a basement, if you're not a good builder and you don't know how to build under a foundation, you can do it. It's just it takes a lot. Then you might not want to go that route, but it's a possibility. But right now I would say that we would be better off if we went with the first house so far. Okay, there's nothing else over here except for this one. This is the Quarry House for $16,400. This is another expensive one. It's on a 24 by 24 lot. Oh wait, that's the one we just said, didn't it? It says want the city but miss the country, but I thought that was this one. Oh, it says the same thing. I'm sorry. Okay, so I bet that says the same thing too. Yeah, so I didn't miss anything. Alright, let's go take a look at this one because there's usually like 3 or 4 houses that they offer, and so far I like the yard on this one, And I like the fact that we would have, looks like neighbors and everything right here. It's very nice and shady. It's a little brown house. Okay. Again, you've got your foundation. You have, it's, for the most part, it looks like the very same layout we saw. I mean, it's a little different. It's got some better furniture as far as a nicer table. It's got the little oven or the stove and everything. Not stove, the fireplace. I can't even speak. Okay, and it's across from apparently the pool. It's got its features, but for the money, is it really worth it? Is it really something we want to actually spend $16.4 versus well, it's only $100. Come on. So this one is actually on that 24 by 24. What was that other one over here? I know that was 20 by 20. This one was on a 30 by 30. I'm probably thinking that that one then might be the one because it is the bigger lot. And if you're going to do it, get what your money's worth. Okay, and then there's only one more house it looks like, and that's this one right here, right in the very center, which let's go take a look at that one too. I'm sorry, I'm probably taking way too long, probably way over my time limit, but, oh, this is pretty plain. And for the money, I don't know. Oh, but it's got a nice fenced-in backyard, but look at that. It's very tiny. It's cute. It's cute as can be. I could build this, and I'm not a good builder, but I can build that. I really could, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, you've got a nice little park and everything behind you, apparently, and you're right there across from the new venue that we're going to eventually be using once we start having children. But there's not a whole lot of room for expansion as far as family members, and you know how long it takes to make money. So I'm going to probably pass on that one. Okay. So looking at our options, I think we've seen, I'm looking up here to make sure there's nothing else, apparently not. I think we've seen what we have to choose from, and going based on money, I think the best bet is going to be this little guy right here. Let me just go ahead, I'm going to go in one more time and make sure, because before we purchase it, you know how it's a big thing. In real life and in the Sims life, a home purchase is very important. I do like it. It's on the foundation. I do like the fact that we've got a deck. We can build it out. We can actually go up because there's plenty of room to put in a staircase and do whatever we need to do. So yeah, I think this is a good house. This would give us a lot to work with. It's just a big square, and I can actually build this one too. So this one I could work with. Not sure if we'll stay there for very long because I kind of want to move around so we can get a feel for the town. But we're going to go ahead and purchase that one, and I'm going to take it furnished because I like to take it however it comes. So let's go ahead and get into the game. Now if you've got Supernatural and Seasons installed, then you know you're going to get the Weatherstone. So I'm going to stay as close as I can to this pause button so we can go see where it's going to show up at. So let's go ahead and find out where we're getting it. It looks like it would have been right in the middle of the fire station. Oh man, we should have put the fire station down. I wonder if that's going to affect us with that lot. So we probably won't be able to use this lot. That's sad. Well, we learned something. Alright, so there's the Weatherstone. And of course we're not going to use it because I didn't make her a Supernatural. I love Supernaturals and I play them all the time, but I usually don't play them in most of my games. I just like to play them in Moonlight Falls because it just tends to go for them a little bit better. Now she could be in the law enforcement career because her job is only, her lifetime wish is only to actually be the painter and the guitarist. But I believe there's another venue in this town. There's a brand new one that they redesigned, and I'm thinking it is this science and medical facility right here. So if you look over here, this is the one that they've redesigned. It's kind of the new rabbit hole that is a little bit more unique, and it's unique to this world. Ooh, I like it. I wish I could build like that, but I mean, obviously this is something a little different than what you get in Build and Buy. So what I'm thinking we ought to do is, since we know we want to have her work on gardening, we ought to have her just join this career instead. So I'm thinking we're going to go with the science career, not the medical, because I'm doing that already, but I don't have anybody in the science career. Actually, I do. I do have somebody about to start the science career. So you know what? Maybe we'll think about it. Let's go ahead and just have her go in the house, and let's let her think about it. We'll give her the day to just kind of decide what she wants to do. Now, she doesn't have a whole lot of money, and so let's just take a look at this house and see what we're working with. You go ahead and, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to head out. We're going to cancel that out because I don't really want to do that. She doesn't have any wishes to work on, and we don't have a multi-tab. We don't even have the money for it. We're down to $57. So let's go ahead and find the library real quick. And this is going to take me a while, guys, because I don't know where everything is. I know, there it is. Oh, it's right, it's right there by the house. So we're going to go over to the library first. That'll be our first stop here in Aurora Skies. And again, I'm really liking the town. I think it's small enough that it doesn't feel like, you know, it's hard to find things. Alright, I do have a mod that's in the game. It's the register mod from NRAS, and it's just right now showing us that it's assigning a lot of people different jobs. I've got some gifts to accept, and I've got to hold those for one of my other LPs, so I'm going to actually hold on to those for now. But we've got neighbors. I want to go and meet the neighbors. I should have stayed and waited for them to come, but you know, normally they're not the people that live around you. Plus, I wanted to get her started on a skill before she starts running into people. Now this would load up. It would be pretty. I want to actually roll those walls back up. Okay, it's a pretty building, but again, it's just a big square. So to me, I'm like, you know, I can do those. So, I mean, it's just a library. Now we've got to find out where the actual books are for skill books. And it's always different. It's pretty on the inside. I love what they've done here as far as the color scheme. I'm thinking that she's going to have to go upstairs anyway, because normally the books are in one of these special libraries or special bookcases, and I don't know where they would be. And this is going to be a pain trying to find them. I never know which one to go to first. So if I can find them, I'll be happy. But it doesn't look like I can see any of them. All right. Usually you'll see like one big section that will have them, and it's usually, oh, it's right here. Alright, so here we go. Go ahead, and I want Roxie to go ahead and start learning the charisma skill, because she needs to do that, and she needs to learn the guitar skill, which means she's got to buy a guitar. But you got to have money to do these things, Roxie. So you know, you can ask for things all day long, but I'm not going to be able to do it all right away. Anyway, I think this is actually a good place for us to go ahead and stop the episode. I know we haven't done a whole lot, but really we just wanted to introduce the character and just get her started. When we come back, we're going to actually take her into the town, and we'll figure out what we want to do for her for a job. And a lot of things. I'm looking forward to this LP. I have never played just starting off with a single female, so I think it'll be fun. I may make a ton of mistakes. I'm going to guarantee I'm going to make mistakes, and you guys are going to call me down on it, and I love it, but I do appreciate it. So again, for those of you joining me for the first time, those of you joining me for a repeated time, thank you so much. I enjoy everything that you guys bring in, that you offer as far as comments, suggestions, and you know, any kind of encouragement. Please feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, do whatever you need to do. It always makes me smile when I actually get a little email that says that I've got somebody else that's joining me along for these crazy little LPs. So until next time, guys, take care. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.